Hey guys, it's Taylor, back with Life with Taylor. Today we're going to be reacting and reviewing some paranormal videos. So let's get into it. Alright, I got my whiteboard, I got my marker, we're reviewing 5 videos, so let's get into it. Oops.
A woman is on a solo house viewing on a Tuesday afternoon when she filmed something in one of the empty rooms that left viewers absolutely freaking out. She and her husband had been house hunting for a while.
Okay,
but on that day,
bro, I have
she was
seen
checking
this
out
stock
this
clip
property on her own
literally like
because he
4
couldn't
times.
make it. While she wasn't completely alone, the only other person in the building was the estate agent who was right behind her. To show her husband what he was missing, she started taking videos of the empty rooms as she walked through the house. What she didn't know is that the house has a tragic history. The previous owner, a man broken by grief, decided to take his last breath within those very walls. Locals say his spirit never moved on. Well, that day, she thought she was filming an empty room, but she wasn't alone. Take a look.
To that bathroom. Yeah.
Sweet baby Jesus.
And that goes.
Oh wow.
As she enters the room,
Did she
a head
notice
can
it
be
in real
seen
time?
through the gap above the fridge for just a second. After getting a bit confused, thinking she's seeing things that are not there, her next reaction is to investigate. She walks past the fridge to check the area by the door where the head appeared, and finds nothing. Now, here's where this goes from strange to impossible. The entity came from the direction of the door, but the door is locked, and there was no sound of it closing.
And that goes.
We can't see them come out from behind the fridge either, and it seems very unlikely that a person would have enough time to go back through the door and close it by the time she gets there to film the area. It's not an intruder, and it wasn't the estate agent from upstairs, which brings us back to the tragic story of the previous owner. So what did she capture? A trick of the light? Or was that the spirit of the grieving homeowner still peeking through the rooms of the house he could never bring himself to leave? Let us know what you think was hiding behind that fridge.
I'm gonna give that a 7. We'll give that a 7. I think it's more likely something that is regular, normal, that she like turned too quick and it looked like, but it also looks like someone walking. That's why I'm giving it a 7, because it looks like a ghost. Okay, all right, let's move.
And that goes.
Number 4. The Tunnels. On the 28th December
Oh, were these on the entire
1985,
time? So sorry.
a group of kids from New York had an itch to do some urban exploration.
Great.
So they suited up with torches and an old camcorder and headed down into some of the abandoned tunnels that they knew were underneath their city. But the further they ventured in, the more they realized how out of their depth they really were.
I love camcorders. Well, I guess this is a thing that like people did in the 80s. Honestly, it seems really fun. Like just going on explorations.
Dude, we can seriously drown this. Guys, we're entering a neighborhood with people's backyards. Whoever that is, please find it. You can't say much stuff. Oh, guys. Look. What's next? Dude, a spider took over this bird's nest. Guys, look. What the frick? 666.
These are pictures of people.
Against all better judgment, the group of boys decided to keep walking deeper and deeper into the tunnel, which was when all hell broke loose.
Guys, there isn't light in either part. Guys, I think we're lost. Do you think we're lost? Wait. Did you hear that? No. What did you hear?
According to the video, the boys were never found, but the camcorder one of them was using was found on the floor, which is how we have this footage. But there's something off about the video that a lot of commenters seem to pick up on. The first being the times on the camcorder in the bottom left. It jumps from 7:36 PM at 9 seconds in, then back to 7:11 PM a few seconds later. Then towards the end of the video, the time jumps around again, going from 7:48 PM to 4:07 PM as they began to run away. But that time changes once more to 11:12 PM when the camera is dropped. Another strange thing about this found footage is the design of cameras they are holding. The video was supposedly filmed in 1985. The first ever handheld camcorder was only invented in 1983, and were honestly not lightweight and compact like in the video. 2 years later, in 1985, there had been the development of the Sony Handycam, which was a small, much more portable device, but there was no screen, as digital camcorders that included playback screens like you see above were not available for consumers until 1995. So how did these kids have a hold of digital camcorders, if that wasn't suspicious enough? In the original YouTube video covering the case, there is a bit of extra footage that the group supposedly took before they went missing. It shows them playing in the street, but there is something wrong there. That is an electric scooter. They weren't invented until the 90s as well. What is going on here? In the same video though, it shows a bunch of items that were supposedly left at the scene, including a school yearbook, a roll of film, a jacket, and even the broken glasses of one of the boys. But all of the inconsistencies make this story somewhat difficult to comprehend. Apparently to this day, the group have never been found, but is the footage really from 1985? What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
So the theory is they're time travelers? Because to be honest, I have a camcorder. It's not that great, and the time constantly changes. Not when I'm filming, I don't think. Maybe they just forgot to change the time. I don't know. I don't think they're time travelers. I think maybe it's just funky technology. Maybe it happened. When did they say? When were electric scooters? When did they come out? When did electric scooters come out? 2017. Oh, well, 2003. It says electric scooters emerged in the early 1900s with the first commercially produced motorized scooter, the Autoped, introduced in 1915, patenting it in 1913 and selling it to New York as a... I think it's technology difficulties, and I don't know, Google says that they were released in 1915 to buy. I don't know, I'm gonna give that a 6. It's interesting, it's weird, but I don't think it's really that paranormal. It's definitely creepy. Next.
Of the week. Make this comment. You can just subscribe. Number 3.
Next.
Candle in the wind. While celebrating her birthday, this woman was met with a nasty surprise as she went to blow out her candles. Luckily, she was able to prove her experience as her family was recording.
Watch the candles on the cake.
To you. Happy birthday to you.
Out of nowhere, the candles seem to blow out on their
Yeah, I've seen.
And this is not the only
things like
time
this.
something like this has happened. Check out another video of the same phenomenon.
The exact same thing happens.
How could that even happen? There could be someone stood just out of sight who blew
about
it
an
from
air
a distance,
conditioner?
either themselves or with something like a fan or a hairdryer. But surely the audio would have picked that up. And how did every single candle get blown out flawlessly? A few commenters have discussed the possibility that the process of singing happy birthday and blowing out birthday candles is actually kind of an aging ritual. Are we actually tapping into the spirit realm when we celebrate our birthdays? Or is there another explanation for these clips? Leave any of your theories down in the comments. Number 2.
Interesting. I'm gonna give that. I'll give it an 8. I mean, I agree. I feel like if there was like a fan of some sort, it would have picked it up on the camera. Yeah, I've seen many videos like this before, and it's certainly strange because even if it's like an air conditioner overhead, usually all the candles won't go out like that. Definitely creepy. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
Hide and seek.
2. Hide and seek.
This warehouse worker was in for an on-shift surprise one day when he noticed a young man sprinting right up to him. He soon realised that the young man was being pursued by 2 other men, one armed with a hammer, and quickly got the hell out of there. But the site CCTV cameras recorded everything and caught some really strange footage.
Well, I mean, what did he do to get too stuffed like this?
Sorry, dude. It's taking me off, Tracy. Get up alive. Fuck is he? Where the fuck is he? Go back in there.
Oh, he's not gonna be there? They're kind of dumb not checking the boxes.
Where is he? How many guys? No. Tell me.
This has to be fake. This has to be fake.
The perpetrators eventually find their ways inside the back of the truck, but this video doesn't end quite how you expected it to.
And the guy that
Rather
working
than
there
a
just
gory
left?
situation for the young man, something crazy happens instead.
I'll look to the other side. Where does he go?
I don't know. This is giving fake. Does he just like run out? There's no way this is real. How would he get from the box to under the truck? I don't know. And they also literally took forever to even check the boxes. I don't know. It just seems fake. Does he drive them to the police station?
Somehow, he was able to get underneath the truck and lock the pair in without them even being able to react. According to the
Also, he
video,
was really slow.
the driver took the truck straight to the nearest police station and the two men were arrested. But how on earth did that kid manage to get from inside the truck to underneath it? Did he somehow figure out how to teleport? Unless there was some kind of hole in the floor of the truck, you can see him almost descend into the floor behind a box when he first gets into the back. But surely the pair would have noticed a hole in the ground when they got in to investigate. A few commenters were suspicious of the fact that when the perpetrators were looking inside, the boxes they were interacting with looked as though they were all empty. Could this be some kind of staged prank? With a bit of googling and reverse image searching, we managed to find the original source of the video, which comes from a page called The Royal Stampede, an Australian duo, Mark and Richie, who claim that they are taking comedy to the street in their YouTube description, meaning there is a chance that this is just the work of pranksters and the whole thing was scripted.
Right.
But there hasn't been any specific confirmation on this video, and it doesn't seem the kind of comedy that'll make people laugh. To be quite honest,
4.
it doesn't seem like comedy to us at all. So, what do you really think happened here? Is this real CCTV footage that somehow
I think
happened
it's
to be
fake because I
shared
didn't
by a
even
comedy
realize that
channel
the guy
to
was
spread
carrying
awareness?
empty boxes.
Or a comedy video with a very sinister sense of humour?
But also,
You decide.
how did he get through the floor? I guess if it's fake, they could have something under the truck.
Number 1.
Yeah, let's go to
Abuse
number 1.
of
I give that
power.
one a 4.
Leanne Sullivan was sat in her home in Hertfordshire with her husband on the evening of September 12, 2024. When a knock came at the door, her husband went to open it, only to be greeted by a group of police officers out for Leanne's arrest. Her case was dropped due to a lack of evidence and suspected false accusations, but she was still held in the cells overnight. While she was in there, her home was being searched by those remaining constables, but her bedroom security cameras caught something much scarier than any shadow figures. It caught a true abuse of power. Constable named Marcin Zielinski allegedly stole a pair of her underwear from her drawers directly in front of the hidden ring camera placed there. The truly horrifying thing about this is that if he got caught on camera doing this, what on earth could he have been doing when nobody was watching? What is he really capable of? It's especially creepy when you think those supposed to be protecting you can act this weird when no one is looking. He was jailed this month and he will remain there for 4 months after coming clean to what he did before the courts. This just makes you wonder, sometimes
Is
the
that
scariest
it?
things aren't paranormal. The real monsters don't hide in the shadows of an abandoned hospital or a forgotten cemetery. They walk among us, hidden in plain sight. They're the stranger you just passed on the street, the person standing behind you in line. You've probably already seen one today. You're just lucky enough to not knowing it yet.
Okay, well, that's not paranormal. I thought this was supposed to be a paranormal video, but honestly, whatever. Creepy, and I've read enough murder mystery books to, like, this doesn't surprise me that this horrible stuff happens. I mean, it's creepy, but not paranormal creepy. So I'm gonna give it like a 3. But like on a creepy scale, actually it should be a 0. This is a spooky scale. Actually, no, I'll give it a 3 because it is spooky, but it's mainly creepy. Creepy scale, 1,000. Spooky scale, 3, because the spooky scale is made for paranormal. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below your thoughts on these clips. Got a little weird at the end. While you're down there commenting, click all the buttons. You know what to do. And I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world viewing this. And peace.